Hello and welcome back to Second Take Movies, a podcast where we give movies a second look, second chance, a second take, if you will. I'm your host, Preston Jenkinson, and joining me, as always, it's my co-host, Jake Twito.
Yeah. I think I've said it before, I feel like this film series is the epitome of this podcast for me. If I never had a first look, because I said these are going to be garbage, and now I'm like, this is one of the best series I've ever watched. And
It's
like Logan, my wife, for people that don't know, but being the other room I was watching it, she's like, "You watching that monkey movie?" I'm like, yeah, but it's way more than that. It's incredible.
It's incredible.
And we'll get into it.
Yeah, it's really good. Really good. The story for War for the Planet of the Apes, which is the last one in the series. After the apes suffer unimaginable losses, Caesar wrestles with his darker instincts and begins his own mythic quest to avenge his kind.
Does this not feel very Star Wars-ish?
This feels more of like a revenge, like straight up revenge story.
Yeah.
Like, he's more dead set on revenge than anything else.
I also randomly in this one thought about, this is going to be a stretch. I was like, man, there's some biblical allegories here of Moses and Caesar.
It's very much Moses.
Yeah, doesn't Caesar say, "Let my people go" at one point in this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I was very I was surprised by the writing. I was like, oh, whoa, this is good.
He doesn't get to go into the promised land. You know, he dies right there on the edge.
And he's the first ape to have intellect. Like, yeah. All right. Well, hey, on this version of Bible Camp, I'm just kidding, but
the positive review from IGN, War for the Planet of the Apes, is an excellent closing act to this rebooted trilogy, but also one that does enough world building that the series can potentially continue from here. And it's a rare case where after 3 movies, we're left wanting more.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I know that now we have another movie. Have you watched it?
And we had eventually got a sequel. I have not seen it yet.
I don't know. I'm not gonna look anything up to see.
I just know it's set 300 years in the future.
Oh, it's 300. Holy cow.
Yeah.
So we better have robots. Oh, never mind. Civilization died. Sorry.
Yeah.
The humans are dead.
Well, the humans have devolved and the apes have evolved. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you how dumb I am. I realized it, like, all this is a prequel to Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
I didn't put 2 and 2 together until watching this. I thought they were doing like a new spinoff, like not connected. Maybe that's the case.
No.
Like, oh, it was a legit.
I mean,
there's some terrible Planet of the Apes movies. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now.
Yeah, there's some very bad ones from the 70s.
Yeah. Cocaine's
a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Variety, with our negative review.
Of course it's Variety.
It's fitting that the visual effects have advanced so dramatically since 2011, as it allows the series to suggest that its 8 protagonists have evolved to an equivalent degree, and yet War's story is beneath their intelligence.
Yeah.
There weren't any authors on any of those two.
Looks like they don't have a lot of variety in the bullcrap they write.
Oh,
that was so bad. That was awful. Nope. I was going to say something stupid, and I'm not.
There you go.
Caught it, baby. So this happens 2 years after the last movie, right?
So, maybe 5 or 3.
It's not long.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not long after the end of Dawn.
Doesn't this start with the U.S. Army regiment coming in?
Yeah, that army just like going through the jungle looking for where Caesar's hidden at, and it has a text on screen explaining basically what happened in the previous 2 movies, and that the apes and the humans are at war now.
I'm a big hater of text dialogue before movies for some reason. I don't really care, but I'm always like, all right, that's cheap. But this one I went, ooh, that was dope. Y'all did good on that. Like every film before you wrapped it.
Yeah. This and Blade Runner do a very good job of that. And Star Wars, of course.
Yeah, that's a given. But I'm going to tell you straight up, the whole army segment, them coming in, I was like, oh, this is crazy. But then all of a sudden, there's a gorilla with them. And it's
like a fake out.
Wait a minute, what? and there's this gorilla helping him. I'm like, oh shoot, okay. Then of course he got donkey painted on his back, which, yeah, that was a trip.
But the shot of like the back of the soldiers' helmets as they're passing the camera going through the woods is like that's
Apes must die.
It's Matt Reeves all the way, dude. Yeah, it's Matt Reeves all the way.
What? I'm gonna go ahead and take this point because I think we've said it before. I'm going brain dead. What's Matt Reeves up to now? What's his next project?
The Batman Part 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking the Penguin.
Well, he's like an executive producer or something on that, but like,
and I think he's doing
a lot of
a Cloverfield sequel.
Maybe, but I think he's mainly locked in on the second Batman movie.
I don't know what I'm thinking about. Oh, I'm thinking about what he just released, or in January released Lift.
Yes. He also worked on that that animated Batman series that's coming to Amazon.
That's what I'm thinking about too. That's the Caped Crusader, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he also did Lift, probably the worst movie I've ever watched in my life with Kevin Hart. I hate Kevin Hart so much.
Lift. He made that?
He was a producer on it.
That must have been before the Apes movies.
I don't know if it was a cleanup producer or not, but that came out in January this year. It's got a stat cast. It's Kevin Hart, Sam Worthington, Vincent D'Onofrio, Jean Reno.
I've never heard of it.
It's a Netflix movie. And
is that the airplane heist movie?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I saw that on Netflix and was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Terrible diversion from this.
Yeah.
So they have a full-on blast. They're trying to find Caesar because Caesar's hidden out.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild to see, like, this movie, there's like military operations. It's not a militia or people. It's straight up army. Well, ex-army.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's a militia group, but like they were part of the army.
Yep.
And they have along with the gorilla, they have chimps in trees spotting the apes on horseback up the way. And there's apes around this trench or compound or whatever it is that are on horseback and watching the trees, and they all duck down real quick and try to figure out what to do, and that's when you get the reveal of the gorilla coming up behind, like the fake out gorilla shot where he grabs that guy on the shoulder and just tells him like, hey, he sees something.
Yeah, that wasn't fun, but hey, guess what? They're unsuccessful because the apes have smoke bombs.
Mm-hmm.
You also do meet
smoke bombs and spears.
The most garbage person in this movie, Preacher. I thought that guy was going to have a positive arc, the crossbow guy.
Oh, the crossbow guy.
I really thought he was going to have a good arc. No, he's just garbage. He's the reason Caesar dies. So it's like Caesar let that guy go because he dies from the crossbow bolt that he shoots at him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's unsuccessful. They're overtaken.
The apes wax them.
Yeah, when they start at the beginning of it, I was like, "Oh, that's how this is gonna be." These gorillas are gonna die, dude. No,
I mean, you think about how scary that is. Like if a group of gorillas got intelligent and started planning like we do,
I'd rather
and
not.
then figured out deadly weapons. One of the dumbest marketing ploys I ever saw was for this movie. They thought it would be hilarious to take two little chimpanzees to the movies to watch this movie.
What'd they learn?
Probably nothing, but
yeah,
it was just like a mark. Yeah, it was like two zookeepers took two little chimpanzees to the movies to watch this, and I was like,
cocaine's a hell of a drug. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love they get 4 humans. They keep them.
Mm-hmm.
Caesar doesn't kill them. You also get,
and his character model looks awesome in this.
Dude, it is. It's frightening. It is frightening how
Mhm.
good it looked. I don't know if I've seen CGI that good. I mean, it was too believable.
Yeah.
It wasn't Uncanny Valley. I mean, it was past that. It was like,
No,
whoa,
like,
whoa, whoa.
and you spend most of the movie with apes in this,
Yeah, yeah, you
and so
do.
it's like the money they spent on
I think it was a
just
year of
the ape
post
models and everything.
production,
I believe it.
and that's not including the original like mocap capture or anything else. Like it's just touch up,
Right.
and that's
And
it.
we're shooting mocap in not only outside but in the rain, in the elements, everything. It's wild.
Yeah, I was shocked. Like, but I do love Caesar. Genuinely is like, I don't want war. Here are your people back.
He's like, I'm just like, Koba started this. I killed him. That should be the end of it. Now I'm just trying to protect my people. I'm gonna let y'all go. Tell your colonel, and we'll do something with this traitor over here. That
Yeah,
is
but tell you what, you can't trust
gorilla.
Whitey. You can't trust Whitey at all. You meet Winter.
Can't trust Whitey. Winter is his name. Yeah,
Whitey.
the albino gorilla.
Yeah,
He well, I mean, he doesn't leave yet, but he acts like he lets that other gorilla go and acts like he's got cracked in the head. And
I don't know if you paid attention.
so
You could see the blood on his hand. I went back and watched it.
yeah, and I think there's even a moment where Caesar is like,
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know
"Dang,
about this.
this is one of those few movies where maybe this is a Matt Reeves thing. I don't think it is, 'cause I feel like Batman's kind of the same way. Like there's small, minute details that's like you didn't have to do that, but thanks.
Nope.
I'm never gonna pay attention, but I might pick up on it for 2 seconds.
And then so they retreat back to their little waterfall area where they're really hidden at, and
My boy Rocket
the
pops up in the joint.
Rocket, Rocket and his son Bright Eyes is his name.
Blue Eyes.
Blue Eyes and Rocket come back from like a scouting mission they had been on, and they found a desert
Yeah,
that
which
they want to go to.
I was like, why do they want to go to the desert? This is stupid. And then you understand, like, oh, it's an oasis. Like it's
Yes.
a desert, but they found magic in there. So at the end of the movie, like, oh, this makes sense then. Actually, okay, yeah, good, great. But I was like, these gorillas ain't gotten that smart yet.
Well, also they I think they know that the humans couldn't find them out there or survive out there as well, and like they were the only ones that could.
Dude,
But
you talked about a 360. I did not expect the next 20 minutes. So they get back. They're arguing internally of we need to go now.
and this is also another moment where Caesar is suspicious of Winter.
Yeah. Because
Like
Winter gets mad.
there's small little looks that Caesar gives. It's like something ain't right.
Which let's call it like it is. You and I are watching CGI and picking up on facial cues.
Yep,
I like that's
that's a credit to the performers and the artists that created that.
and I'll say it for the third time. The fact they didn't have Andy Serkis from the beginning considered, y'all are lucky. Y'all didn't goof up. But that being said, though, everybody else that's an ape does a great job. Like Steve Zahn later.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't realize it was him, and I went, dude, this has to be this guy. And I looked it up, and it blew me away. I was like, it's him.
That character could have been a Jar Jar Binks.
I was afraid it was going to be when they introduced Bad Ape.
But because you got the right performer,
yeah,
it was just totally changed that.
It's a movie that doesn't need comic relief.
But no, but it does. It does have it.
It really, like, I don't know. It makes things more palpable, whatever,
It relieves some of the tension.
Yeah. Because without that, like, this movie's, like I was saying,
pretty sad.
The scene that happens next is the colonel shows up from their fall and they kill Caesar's family, which Caesar understands something's going on. Dude, that scene of the green lasers through the waterfall, that was perfect. I took a green. This is how lame I am. I took a green laser pointer that I've got, same kind of thing, and shot it through water. It's the same refraction.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, they freaking did it. Somebody did the daggum homework.
Yeah.
But it's so good. But you
yeah.
hurt so bad so quick. So Caesar realizes what's going on. You've got guys on watch. They're going over, but Caesar gets back, and you meet the antagonist of the film. And I love Woody Harrelson, but this movie made me not like him.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yep, he did great. Which there's a book based on this movie or a book supporting this movie. I didn't read it. I'll look this up. I didn't read it. Like,
only thing I can think of
comic.
is okay, but there's probably like some kind of comic that there's novelizations that fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
Of stories between these movies. Like the Colonel is the one that killed Malcolm from the last movie.
Yeah, you find out, guess what? Caesar's family's dead.
Yeah. They thought they killed the right ape and they didn't.
Did not expect that. And I also expected Woody Harrelson's character to have compassion more. No, doesn't freaking care. He's straight up like
he's crazy.
Yeah, lost his mind. Which I'll wait to give it my gotcha point. It makes sense later, more like how he's lost his mind. But oh man, I hate seeing Caesar like tumble of getting mad and anger sets in. He's gonna get revenge. And then it really bites him later. Of like, if you were with your people, that you may not have gotten caught, but you know what, you could have died. So who knows?
Yeah. He kind of the only thing that Caesar gets from him is like, "Hey, I meant to kill you. Sorry."
I've never seen this movie, and I should. We've talked about it, I think, even the bridge on the River Kwai.
Yeah.
And then The Great Escape.
Yeah.
Like, that's this movie. Of course, we haven't gotten to those points yet, so let's just be quiet. I'm trying to think what other... Sorry, this is a tangent of, like... Outlaw Josie Wells is also the other, like, yeah, this is kind of like that. Just...
Yeah.
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 Thank you for my little ramble, but... So, yeah, guess what? They know where they're at. There's a small strike force. They're going to come back, so they got to start moving right away. And Caesar tells everyone he's gone. He's leaving. His youngest son has lived. I guess Blue Eye's girlfriend, Lake?
Yeah.
Whatever
Partner.
she is, I don't know.
Wife.
Yeah, White.
He hands her off to her and says, "You love my son. Now watch my youngest son. I'm going to go kill this guy." So he starts to ride off.
God, this is the best. There's a scene there where Rocket, Maurice, and Luca.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is the greatest cowboy movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like this.
How an orangutan and a 800-pound gorilla are sitting on top of a horse. I don't care.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. No. It looked cool, but it looked weird. No way. No.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Who cares? But they basically say, "We're coming with you because you need backup on this. Like, otherwise you're going off to die."
We're coming.
Yeah, and that's basically what Maurice says is like, "I'm gonna make sure that you come back." So they ride off, and they the first stop they make is they come upon a man with a gun, and he's collecting firewood, and
What's
Caesar
the deal with
just
Is that girl's dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was part of the militia or whatever.
This to me is the only, like, I feel like that should have hurt Caesar more. But I mean, he did, like, the guy was gonna kill them. Like, God, that was
blows him away.
Pow, pow.
It's the first human that Caesar's killed.
Yeah, I was shocked. I legitimately went, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? It doesn't faze him.
Nope.
Which anger and stuff.
He's just angry and bitter, and he's on a mission. So they come across this little girl who was hiding in the house, and she can't speak.
So I said I freaking called it. I freaking knew it. I said, "Hey, ma'am,
Yep.
this is how this works." Like they put such an emphasis on sign language, which I'm going to say it again. I think everyone should know sign language. I don't. I'm a hypocrite. I just think that should be taught. God, like girl's mute. She's got a bloody nose. So what I thought was that dude wasn't her dad, and he was abusing her.
No.
And I was like, "Oh, this is weird." Like, oh, I know.
It's PG-13. It's PG-13. We're not going.
I figured out quickly, like, oh, I'm wrong. No, I've been watching too many R-rated movies. Everybody.
Yeah. So they take her with them,
with her doll.
Yeah.
Dude, Maurice. That like. I want to make Maurice the back. This is the nerdiest, lamest thing I've ever said. I want to make Maurice the background of my computer at work. So when I'm feeling blue, I just see Maurice and it's like, yeah, yeah, all right, yeah. They showed this movie to. I think this is the right phrase. I didn't look this up; it's just in my notes because I looked it up and I didn't. But primatologist. To people that study primates, they showed the film to them, and they were like, the way these apes behave is dead on. And they said that Maurice was the like perfect of how, especially an older orangutan. And they called out like mopey eyes, moves his head slow, like
it's almost like the performers took the time to.
That girl did.
Dude,
that girl
different orangutans and apes and learned how to move like them.
What's her name? Karen Knovel. I can't. I'm butchering it. I hated on her last week in a different TV show, but like she really did her like wore 10-pound weights on her arms. Like it was perfect, man. Just that performance was money. But yeah, so now they have an additional tag along that no one but actually everyone's okay with but Caesar. And I love it.
He's not the biggest fan of humans right now.
No. So they go a little bit more forward. Yeah, they hear gunshots actually. I mean, like something's wrong. There's 3 dead bodies, one guy's still alive. Does Caesar kill him too?
I think that's implied.
Well, but he spares him. He ends it. It's not.
Yeah, well, yeah, he kills him to spare him the suffering.
Yeah. But you get bloody nose.
Yeah.
Can't talk.
And he was left behind because at this point they've been following. They got on the trail of the Alpha Omega. Weird cult military people.
I messed this up. So they run into a small headquarters where they sneak in and Winter's there.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Sorry, I got those mixed up.
But they find them either way, and Winter's working in like a tent, I guess washing dishes or something. I can't remember. And he tells them that where they're headed in the morning, and so they have to end up. The other gorilla kind of snaps Winter's neck.
Yeah, and I love right away you're getting told they're meeting up with the army from the north at the border. Which right away I went, they're gonna fight those people. It's not gonna be like it's not a meetup. Which like it sucks. I love Caesar's. That's one of the coolest characters in the world. But at this point, if Caesar walked away, everything would have been taken care of. And, like there's so many things of if Caesar quit what he was doing, or if they did something different, the bad guys take care of themselves.
Also, if the apes had just stayed in their fortress they would have never been found, and the colonel and his people would have been taken care of quickly.
Yeah, but Winter discloses that everyone takes off in the morning, and then we get what I said before of all of a sudden we have snow, which, by the way, the snow CGI, it was great. I was like, they did
I
this on
think that was
purpose.
actual snow.
Okay. Well,
Because they shot this,
good.
they shot a lot of this in Canada and Vancouver.
Okay.
That's hard to fake snow like that.
If they did, hats off. Well, the snow
Yeah.
on the actual, the ice effect,
Oh,
all that. Sorry,
on the
yeah.
apes.
Yeah.
On the
Sorry.
apes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I was blown away, man. Just.
And the way the fur's matted up and wet and everything.
I also like.
Wow.
I love that we've seen so many different environments in this series so far. Like you see everything. It's kind of like they're flexing of, here's what we can do. We're good.
Oh, look what we can do.
So you get the soldiers. They're dead. Sorry, it's the dumbest sentence I've ever said. Do we? So I think from there, they try and climb up a ski tower to see what's going on.
Yeah, they climb up a tower to get a view of like kind of where they're headed.
Yeah.
And that's when Bad Ape comes and steals one of their horses.
Bad Ape, dude. Bad Ape. Oh,
Again, could have been what is this? And is like Steve Zahn brings like so much emotion and like
it's perfect.
just levity to the situation, and it's like it could have been stupid, but it's not.
I made the dumb realization of, this is a prequel for Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes, they wore clothes. They're more upright. They wear clothes, and I went, Dead Ape, he wears clothes. He doesn't speak monkey. He only knows English. Okay, here we go. This is the beginning.
Because we find out that he had lived in a zoo all his life, and as the people got sick, the apes got smarter. And so they started killing a lot of the apes, but he managed to survive somehow. And now he walks around in a little hat and a vest.
Which, by the way, there's a scene that's not CGI. That is Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
It's just him. There's no CGI. It's just him.
When he walks up and with the hood on, there was no need to.
And there's another shot where it's like, I watched it and I went, it doesn't look like the same ape. They just left them in because it was funny. I was like, oh, cool.
Probably.
Great. Good.
Well, I mean, when he's sneaking up to like grab the stuff off the horse, there's no need to.
No, it paid off to
animate him at all. Yeah,
at that point in time, I was like, shoot, we're about to have this weirdo Gollum type thing. I was so happy that he was just there to relax, there to hang out, and then you really start to enjoy Nameless Girl at this point, like that interaction.
But she gets the name. She gets the name Nova, which is the name of the lady in the first movie.
Yep.
That Charlton Heston meets.
And they use the same audio from that.
From what?
At some point, from Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
I can't remember. I looked it up. It doesn't matter. It's lame-o, like too deep stuff. But Bad Ape tells them that there's bad people over there. Don't go. Dude, there's a scene that I didn't cry. I really didn't cry, but I was like, this is awesome. This is perfect. Of where Luca, the big ape, pulls down a cherry blossom, gives it to that girl, and it was like, oh, shoot, Luca's going to die. Immediately, I went, boy, that's my boy.
And sure enough,
they get close.
How does he die?
They get close. They don't even get anywhere near. They get close. I'm air quoting for all the people listening on audio, which, by the way, you can watch this on YouTube. Enjoy it. Watch me look stupid.
There you go.
Air quotes. That's just for the video people now. They get close. Luca, they get called like right away, and it's like, oh shoot, they're overpowered. And Luca gets stabbed, and he dies. And the girl puts that daggone flower on him. I was like, God, I'm getting sad and upset about a CGI ape. But what we find out is the Alpha Omega people have captured a weapon depot that became a quarantine facility Um, and when Caesar crests the hill, they see that oh, our entire party's here. All of our
Yeah, because
people are
like
here.
after Luca dies, he's like, I knew y'all shouldn't have come. I'm going to do this myself. So he
That's right.
walks off with just a shotgun.
Yep.
And he finds like all these apes strapped to, for lack of a better word, crucifixes. And
I forgot he saw this right at the gate. But then he sees
yeah.
up, and this whole tribe's just been captured, and they're being forced to work.
Yep.
So Caesar figures out, oh, they're barricading the facility. I don't remember how he gets captured. Does someone just show
Well,
up?
while he's talking to one of those apes that were strapped up, he's like trying to figure out like, hey, what happened? Because that's part of his people. And he's like, they ambushed us on the road while we were going, and one of the donkeys knocks him out and drags him into the facility.
Donkey. Sorry.
Donkey. And then he gets woken up by the preacher and Colonel. I started to say Colonel Clink, but that's not his name.
Colonel.
The Colonel.
It's in my notes. I'm gonna look because I don't remember. I just call him Woody. It's Colonel Buttcrack. Colonel McCullough.
I think mostly they just call him Colonel in this.
Colonel.
Like the Colonel. Yeah.
God, dude, like, I love the exposition of the simian flu's mutated. We're all getting dumber, and you're getting smarter. That's why we got to win, because you're gonna take us over. And it's just like, I don't know.
We have a again, just like with Koba, we have a good reason why he's evil, and it's like, does the things that he does.
Yeah, and sadly, you understand it. That's what sucks. I think that's what makes a really good, like, really bad good villain, of when you have compassion a little bit and you understand, and then you want things to end good. No, this dude killed his kid.
The Colonel's son was one of the first people he sent off to go look for Caesar's hideout, and that's when the kid got sick, and the Colonel had to kill his own son.
See, I didn't understand at this point that the simian flu is still contagious. I thought it was dead. So the twist later, not spoiler alert, you listen to this podcast, you get spoilers. Sorry.
I mean, you're gonna get spoiler.
Yeah. I didn't I don't know why I didn't expect the doll to be contagious with the virus, and like, which was so cool. I was like, oh shoot,
and for some reason I want to say that girl was, I'm gonna bet that girl was born with like the flu in her, I guess.
I thought the same.
I guess it's my headcanon as to why she's not sick and dying.
Yeah.
She was just born that way.
But then this is where you also understand the insanity of the Colonel because of his son killing him. I guess he loses his mind. I mean, like, I don't have a kid. If I kill, I stepped on my dog's paw the other day, and she, like, it was the worst yelp in the world. And I was like, I'm gonna kill myself. Like, I'm done. I feel spent. I did this accidentally. Like, he purposely did it.
If you had to like put a gun to your son's head and just like kill him, like, that's not cool. that's gonna do something to you.
Yeah, he goes mad. So his higher ups are like, "You're gone, buddy." And
you're crazy.
They split off and they do his own thing because they believe the disease can be cured.
Yeah, and then he mixes religion and war, which is always a good thing to do. It's not. Don't.
Yeah. Don't read Shao Tzu.
But at this camp, they're forcing the apes to work to build a wall, because the reinforcements are coming down from the north.
Turns out also Caesar's right. These aren't reinforcements. Like, Caesar works for a little bit, finds out, hey, no one's getting fed, no one's getting water. So he stands up. Dude, that scene of, doesn't he give another no? It's great. But then guess what? Caesar's a loser because he lost the top spot because of the Colonel. But it's so that the whole dynamic of the Colonel and Caesar talking, where Caesar tells them, "You're not getting reinforcements. They're going to come kill you." I've seen men looking over the wall. I know it, and it is wild to see. Like Woody Harrelson is so good, man. I know he's a pothead. I don't care. He's awesome. His acting is incredible. He snaps, and it's respect. It's a level of all of a sudden like, you figured that out, and then he remembers, oh, you're a gorilla, you're an ape, you're a simian. I hate you. No. But he does,
and he even is like, hey, you're so emotional. You know, all these emotions.
But you know what? He does earn, after getting put on the crucifix thing, does earn food and water for everybody.
Yep.
And I hated it, dude.
And then he starts seeing Koba in hallucinations. Just a bloody Koba.
Spooky Koba.
Ape, not right in his eyes saying ape, not kill ape. Like, we established you was an ape in the last movie.
Call the apes donkeys because of Donkey Kong?
No, they're calling them donkeys because they're carrying stuff.
Okay. I thought it was because of Donkey Kong. All right.
No, dude, they're using the gorillas to carry around munitions and grenade launchers and.
Pretty sure I saw one throw a barrel.
It's like a.
Did you see that
maybe
one kidnap the
not
princess and go to the other place after Mario got up there? All right. Yep. Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast. My name's Jake, and I'm an idiot. Anyway,
Jake just figured out what the meaning of a donkey is. You gonna ask about a pack mule next? Is that what?
No, we're good.
Hey. Also, did you know that "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" is loosely based off of the Odyssey?
Oh, jeez, dude! I talked to someone the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, I missed the beginning of that movie," and I was like, "This kind of feels like the Odyssey." And they went, "It's in the first 20 seconds. It's in the written part." And I went, "Well, you know, I can't read." And they went, "Clearly, you can't."
I think that was me.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I messed up, but I put it together myself. I'm a big boy.
You thought you did something. It was like, this feels like an Odyssey.
Dude, I hate the sound of my voice, so I don't always listen to our podcast, but I went and watched my facial expression to see. There was real excitement, and I was really proud.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know what? I'm done. I ain't thinking no more. From now on, I'm just going to sit around.
Fun. There's a short on our Instagram, or a reel is what and a short on YouTube of Jake slowly realizing that
I'm an idiot.
Oh, brother. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the final showdown. It's the final day. And but in the meantime,
he's dying.
Maurice and Rocket and Bad Ape and Nova have figured out a way to tunnel into the establishment, the fort.
And I'm gonna say it again: Bad Ape could have been Jar Jar Binks, like you said. I didn't think about that. That's the perfect line. No, he's stupid, and it's perfect.
Yes.
Just, no.
And then Maurice just ha.
Also, I think Nova gets named by Maurice the first time he talks.
Yeah.
I was not expecting him to talk ever, which second time's tail end of this, but yeah, they found the underground tunnel, and they have a plan. Which, dude, I love that the plan messes up. I love that sign language is a part of like how they plan it out. Like the humans think we're stupid. We can just
and Rocket walks in and kind of sacrifices himself to be part of the group, to be a distraction for Nova walking over and handing Caesar her doll, and then the Colonel finds the doll, and that's what gives him the flu.
That was the wildest twist. I did not remotely expect it. And I went, oh, that thing's got blood on it. They've shown this the whole time. I thought it was just a sadness thing.
Yep.
Oh no, it had a reason.
Yeah.
So they pace out how far away from the underground path everything is. They can get to the adults. They find out there's a flood underneath the kids and they have to seal it off. Dude, that whole key scene, that was perfect. I was so, this is going to sound really stupid. I was so proud. I was like, this movie didn't get dumb. None of this got dumb. This movie stuck with someone. I mean, they flung an ape through poop at someone.
That's great.
Didn't get dumb. Which, the best thing in the world is when Rocket stands up to take claim, it's the exact same ram's horn sound from the original Planet of the Apes. Yeah, I'm a nerd.
Okay.
Yeah. It has no purpose other than, cool. He gets a gun, gets the key.
Caesar gets out and he starts getting all the ape children out, and he reunites with Cornelius, his son. And that's the first group to go down the hole is the children, and then slowly they start getting out the rest of the apes, and then it gets down to Rocket and Caesar looks at Rocket, he's like, I gotta go get him. He's right there.
Yep.
And the army has already kind of made it there. At this point,
they're fighting.
Or the military, or whoever.
They're going hard.
Yeah.
Which
there's like a full-on war going.
I love the understanding of, like, anger's not a good thing to follow up on. You don't get what you want. And Caesar,
in the end, he doesn't at all.
No, he doesn't. He
doesn't get it.
He gets he sees pity and mercy. That's it.
Yep.
Which, like, Caesar gets his own gun, can tell he's drunk, and then you see the blood on the nose of he's sick, and he has the doll. So,
and then Woody he starts
Harrelson
hissing,
offs himself. Just that was a wild
now
scene.
Caesar's like, I gotta get out.
Yeah. And
then we get an ape running with a belt of grenades to throw it at a tanker, dude. Like, what?
The humans are fighting each other. And then I love exactly what they did. They made a point of, you've got an army coming towards you. There's apes just trying to run away. And your priority is to shoot
it's a crazy cult mentality. Like, they're not sane people.
Caesar picks up a daggone bandolier of grenades.
Heck yeah,
that's the best scene I've seen in the whole movie, dude. I was like, yeah, yeah, all right, yeah.
But then that terrible human that got spared at the beginning of the movie,
daggone preacher, son,
shots him right in the side.
I really thought he was gonna, like, 100% they're building this up so he gets spared. No, then he gets blown up by Red the donkey.
Yeah, because the donkey is up on the new wall they built with a guy shooting a 50 cal, reloading it for him, and then that guy says, "Get the grenade launcher," and he sees him like targeting the apes out in the field. This is when he starts to have second thoughts.
Yeah, took you long enough.
Not when they're being tortured.
Not when Caesar's been nothing but respectful to him. Of like, what's going to happen when this is done. You're not going to live. They're going to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, I help you.
And so he takes that grenade launcher and blows away that the preacher guy.
What a sick reveal. I thought that was a missile coming over. No.
Nope.
Perfect. But guess what? Monkey's going to throw that
head.
Grenade to that fuel container, baby.
Yes, sir.
Also, it's hilarious. The machine gunner kills the ape right away. He's not concerned about anything else. I'm like,
nope.
Okay.
And then realizes that, hey, that thing's about to blow.
Yeah, that one blew. That was another one. I thought he was going to die there.
It just obliterates the whole place. Nope.
Dude.
He makes it out.
Makes it out. One of the coolest scenes ever is the North Army coming to get everyone cheering, and Caesar's just in amazement of, what do I do? And then Caesar stops and looks, and then all of the humans see him. And it kind of was like, kind of sucked. Like, oh, they're going to point a gun at him. Like, that's your first thing. And then you realize, oh, there's an avalanche coming.
Yep.
That is wild. They wiped out that whole army. All the apes got in the trees. Their humans are dead. Just
Yep.
so they
And then
start their Lord of the Rings journey back.
yep, just a lot quicker.
A whole lot quicker.
They make it back to they make it to the what we'll call the promised land, where there's fields and water and plant life and desert as well. And Caesar sits down and dies right there in front of Maurice.
I just
And
realized
now
something
Maurice,
too. By the way, this is random. The guy that played Red Donkey is the guy that shot Buck in the first movie. The ape going to the helicopter. It's the same actor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that guy played an ape. And sorry, just my notes. I was like, oh, okay. Makes the promised land. Caesar does not. 100% thought he was on a horse when he died. So when he
he's on the
slumps
ground.
over, I'm like, someone catch him. No. And
another nerdy fun fact: in the original Planet of the Apes movie, the ruling class is orangutans.
Oh.
So that kind of started at Maurice, but I'm pretty sure Maurice would not have agreed with the way they led.
No,
but that's what happens hundreds of years after something happens. So yeah, that's the end.
It's a good ending.
This is the best one out of all of them.
Yeah, I mean, it really. There was no sophomore.
It gets the series got better with each movie.
Yeah. Not only did the technology, but the writing, everything got better.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I mean, like 9-1, it's up there, man.
It's good. It's like a 9.5 for me, dude. Like there's a few problems, but like all the good stuff overshadows any problem I would have with it.
Yeah, I mean, you could pick this thing apart, but I mean, at the end, it's pretty amazing for what it is.
It's just a solid movie, dude. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So that transitions us into what we watching, playing, reading, doing.
Oh man. I'm not really doing anything, dude. Life's boring. Life's weird. Actually, no, I watched Ungentlemanly Warfare, Guy Ritchie movie.
Oh yeah,
fantastic. You got to know what you're getting into. I mean, it's Guy Ritchie.
Oh yeah, it's a Guy Ritchie movie.
It is rad, dude. Alan Richardson, whatever, Jack Reacher.
Alan Richson. Yeah.
Dynamite. There's not a bad person in that movie. It is so fun. I mean, it is sit down, don't think.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
I'm glad to see him get like opportunities like this.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. I don't want him to be
he's been in like, I mean, Jack Reacher is good, but he's been stuck in like some terrible projects.
He was a football player in some TV show.
Blue Mountain State.
Thank you. Yes, I almost said Blue Mountain Stank.
Yeah. On Spike TV.
Yep. Spike TV.
He was
around?
also, I don't know. He was also Raphael in the CGI Ninja Turtles.
The newest one?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess they are the newest ones. The Michael Bay kind of ones. Michael Bay produced Ninja Turtles.
Never mind. I was thinking the Seth Rogen one. Okay.
No, those are actual teenagers they got for that role.
That's right. Was he in Smallville?
Yeah, he played Aquaman in Smallville.
Okay. I thought so. Oh,
yeah, so
he was in Hunger Games too.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah, he deserves to be in good. He's a phenomenal actor, man.
He's great.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's
a little crazy on Instagram. His Instagram is a little crazy, but he's all right.
You ever seen my Instagram?
It doesn't exist.
I have one. I just don't do anything with it because I will get canceled.
Yeah.
Just doing a podcast is such a risk, Preston. I just want everyone to know that Preston really edits me and saves me so much. But the past 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I think I've been solid. Next week,
Yeah.
I'm going on some
Next
rant,
week,
baby.
we're back to our kind of regularly scheduled program. So
Before you get to that, what what you been watching? What's up?
I started my annual watch of the Lord of the Rings extended editions.
I'm doing that next year. I do every other.
I do that, Star Wars, and Harry Potter every year.
I do Harry Potter this year. I do Harry Potter around October and start. Star Wars, I do. Logan won't do probably, but yeah. So I do Harry Potter this year, Lord of the Rings next year. Do you do The
I
Hobbit
did Star
as
Wars.
well?
No, God, no.
I'm not doing that ever again. I watched it.
Yeah.
I watched all of them 3 times. The Hobbits.
Yeah.
I hate them. It's awful. It's a monstrosity.
Yeah. I did Star Wars on May the 4th. So,
all right, solid.
I'm gonna start watching The Acolyte tonight when we finish here.
Let me know how it is.
Came out last night.
I'm
excited.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it yet.
I think it looks good, but we'll see.
We'll see. You let me know. I'm interested. That's
I just like it's something new in an era we haven't seen in live action with the High Republic. So I'm excited.
I'm sure it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be.
I shouldn't have my turns.
Yeah. But if you have a suggestion for a movie we should do, you can send that to secondtakemoviespod@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram.
But you can watch the movie for next week too, by the way.
Yeah, it's Crimson Tide.
Oh, I thought it's Crimson Peaks.
Denzel Washington. Nope, Crimson Tide.
Never seen this movie, by the way, so I'm excited.
It's really good. We're starting a theme of underrated, in my opinion, underrated Denzel Washington movies.
Yeah,
because he's one of my favorite actors, and
I don't think he gets enough credit.
I don't either. He raised a really talented son as well, and John David Washington. He's going to be doing big things.
He's going to get his hot sauce one day too.
Yeah,
I ordered my hot sauce 30 minutes ago.
I ordered my hot sauce an hour ago.
Yeah, y'all are welcome for that Tenet. Dumb thing. You ready?
Tenet's a good movie. Go watch it.
Yeah, 10-8.
So yeah, subscribe to the YouTube, leave comments, stuff like that, all that fun stuff. So, Jake, you got any final words for us?
You know, not this week, because I might actually do that if I say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week for Crimson Tide.